What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Realistic Career Mode. This is episode number 23, and as we look into the calendar of December, 7 league games and 1 cup. This is going to be a busy month. We will be seeing us play West Ham, Everton, and Man City today. We're currently sat in fifth, 1 point off the Champions League spots, and we're in quite good form. 3 wins in the last 4, and we've scored 18 whilst doing so, but we have conceded 10 in those 4 games. So we need to try and shore up that defence a bit as we head into the first game of today. It's West Ham away. At 1 years, you would have seen the graphic there. 15 goals. He's the league top scorer. He's on absolute flames right now. 3 changes as Cash, Perot and Freuler come back into the side. We did lose this game 3-0 last season. Dusan Tadic back in the Premier League with West Ham. He came off the bench to score twice and really ruin our day. West Ham are currently sat 3 points behind us, so they know a win will put them level. And, well, it'd be a very good first period for the Hammers. A good little ball in behind sees Sadio Benrahma bamboozle Matty Cash with the ball roll, and he slots into the bottom corner before Mikel Antonio would make it 2-0 just before half time. The vet giving off one of his trademark crazy celebrations as he gives his side a 2-0 lead. At half-time, we would make a couple of changes, including Nico Williams coming on for Matty Cash. Nico Williams just offers me more going forward. He's just more attack-minded, and I really like the Welshman for that. And he would be involved in the play here as he plays a 1-2 with a 1-ye, and the top scorer would half a deficit with a top finish, top corner with his so-called weak foot. And then all of a sudden, we're all over West Ham. Brennan Johnson having a header deflect wide before just with under 10 minutes to go. A 1-ye would get his second of the game. Williams with his second assist of the game, and we are tied at 2-2. We've brought it back from 2-0 down to play 2-2. Well, Williams would go from hero to zero. He should have cleared the ball down there. Doesn't. West Ham capitalise. Skamaka plays a couple 1-2s with Paqueta with the Brazilian finishing. He got denied earlier in the game by Henderson. A good save at 1-0, I think it was, but he would not be denied again, and West Ham would make it 3-2. And a tough loss, this one. We brought back to 2-2, and then we were just to let it slip after bringing it back is disappointing. But we gave ourselves too much to do by being 2-0 down in the first period. That would mean David Moyes' side are now at level on points with us. We are still ahead of them due to goal difference, but we're down to 6th. And Man United leapfrog us after they win. You might have seen there as well, Tottenham end Man City's unbeaten run. City went 14 games to start the season unbeaten, but Tottenham went to the Etihad and won 2-0. We will be playing City later on in this episode, so hopefully that defeat maybe is the start of a bad run for Pep Guardiola's men. But heading into the second game of the episode, before that game is Everton, the side we will face in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup in the next episode. We host the Toffees at the City Ground. The Toffees have dropped to 11th. They've massively fallen off. They were 4th after match day 11, but have since lost 3 games in a row and dropped 7 positions. They're just showing how tight that middle pack after the Champions League spots are. It's very, very tight in there indeed. Well, heading into this game, we play the same 11 that played against West Ham. We had an early chance. Brennan Johnson put through, but Everton's keeper saves before Neil Maupay nearly made it 1-0 to the Toffees. His shot being saved by Henderson, but the bounce still going towards the goal before Maupay's fellow Frenchman, Romain Perot, clears the ball off the line. You would have seen by the replay there, he was inches away. A perfect clearance from Perot. And the Frenchman would be involved at both ends of the pitch, hitting the byline before cutting it back to Brennan Johnson, and the Welshman makes it 1-0 just before half-time. Couple of, you would have noticed, not many highlights in these games, especially in the first half. They've been quite tight affairs. I've been trying to shore up my defence. Obviously, conceded 2 to West Ham, not great. But been trying to shore up the defence, and that means the football hasn't been as attractive. But yeah, into the second half, Henderson with a brilliant save from Keane's fierce effort before Everton's keeper would tip away this shot/cross from Lingard. Sayankov couldn't get the rebound, but that would be it. Full time, just the 1 goal would be enough for us. We're back to winning ways. A tight game with not many chances, but it's another clean sheet for Henderson. That's his 5th of the season. So even though we have been shipping goals recently, I'm glad that we are able to keep some clean sheets as well, which we were struggling to do last season. We're still 6th, but we've closed the gap to those above. Man United won again, and just showing how Everton lost 3 games and they plummeted 7 positions. Man United have won 2 in a row, and now they're all of a sudden they're third. So City and Tottenham battling. It looks like for the title early days, but that midfield pack are very tight indeed. You would have seen as well at the bottom, Brentford really struggling. 1 win from 16, and they've lost 14 of them. That's rough. That's really, really rough. Villa have also only got 1 win, but I think they had like 6 draws or something. So yeah, Brentford to have lost 14 out of 16, that is rough for the Bees. Looks like they're going to be returning to the Championship. Leo Wright, looks like he's going to Ibiza on loan. Not a bad place to go on loan. While Celtic bid for Mohamed Drager, our right back, we accept the bid. I think it was 1.9 million. So yeah, happy to take that. Drager was never in the picture. Borley wants more game time, so I might have to give him some, but not against City, that's for sure. We visit the Etihad. Man City, you would have seen there the graphics. We are the top scorers of the league with 42 goals, but they have the best defence in the league. 10 goals conceded in 16 games. That's impressive. They've only lost once. That was the game against Tottenham a week or so ago. We did draw the Etihad last season, actually, in a game that we should have won. So many times you see career modes where you, as the newly promoted side, you go to Man City, or even in real life, you go to Man City and you just get battered. I think I was worried about that when we came here last season, but we actually created a lot of chances and were the better side. We definitely should have won that game. And it would be a similar story here. 3 minutes in, Taiwo Awoniyi, the league top scorer, says, "Oh, you've only conceded 10 goals this season." That's cute. 3 minutes in, we take the lead 1-0. And, it wouldn't last that long. KDB, the captain, after City play some really nice one-touch football, the Belgian belts one into the back of the net with his weak foot. Brereton Diaz would get a really good chance here. Nelson fires in. Nelson, one of 4 changes, by the way. Cash, Yates, Nelson and Brereton Diaz all in. Nelson would whip a ball into Awoniyi, who his awareness was brilliant to knock it down to Diaz, who was running past him into the box, but the Chilean volleys wide. Again, though, it was an open game. Diaz would have another chance. Haaland was denied by Henderson. Then, yeah, Diaz another chance here. A game full of chances. I really thought, City only 10 goals conceded in 16 games. We would really find it tough to open up their defence, but we were doing it time and time again, just like we did here last season. And we would go into the break 2-1 up. Taiwo would get his second goal of the game. Diaz may have missed 2 good chances, but he has 2 assists in the half, so not too bad from the Chilean. It makes you think, though, those Diaz chances, if obviously he came in for Johnson today, who rested, if the Welshman had got those chances, would he have taken them? Well, going into the second half, and the lead wouldn't last long, Erling Haaland one-on-one with Niakate, and I'll be honest, he dropped the shoulder a little bit, and Niakate lost him, and Haaland pile-drived it into the top corner. Before this, not a good second half for Niakate at all. Oh, man. City doing that thing where they pass it around, one-touch football, and you think, oh, God, I'm going to concede here, aren't I? And he tries to read the play, slides into block, a pass going into the box from Julian Alvarez, and the slide tackle just gets a touch off the ball, and it goes into the back of the net. City would get a 4th through Phil Foden, making it 4-2. They've scored 3 unanswered. Now, Brennan Johnson would have a good chance to make it 4-3 and make it an interesting end to the game. We said if he had those chances that Brereton Diaz missed in the first half, would he have scored them? Well, I guess the answer is there. No, he wouldn't have. 3rd chance of the game that we've had where we've put it wide. I feel like it's quite rare that we put chances wide, but seems like a thing recently. Anyway, City would get their 5th. Haaland would make it 2. Maguire giving the ball away, and Alphonso Davies squaring it to Haaland. And the Norwegian has his 2nd of the half, and City's 5th. Awoniyi would get his hat-trick. Look at this turn and finish. It's honestly, this Nigerian, he's a baller, I'm telling you. It's going to be hard to keep him. I feel like with the January transfer window coming up, I won't sell him just because I don't think it'd be realistic to sell him in January. But the summer, like Atletico Madrid came in last summer, if a big club comes over from him in the summer, we might have to listen to the offers. Hopefully we can give him European football to make him stay. He may be only 81 rated, but he is class. He's the league top scorer. That was his 20th goal of the season. And despite it meaning nothing as we lose 5-3, it's another impressive display by Taiwo Awoniyi. That would be full-time. The inconsistency returns. Honestly, our last 4 games have been win-loss, win-loss. You need to be consistent if you're looking for a European spot. We're down to 7th. We're conceding a lot of goals again. I don't like this. I thought we'd overturn this conceding goals thing, but seems to have reappeared. West Ham leapfrog us after they win and we are down to 7th. But that will be it for today's episode 23. Just a nice quick one, just 3 league games. The next episode we'll see our Carabao Cup quarter-final against Everton, as well as a couple more league games as we go through December. But that will be it for today's episode. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you in episode 24 very soon.